You might not believe it when I say that we initially thought that the fall of man was nothing more than a minor setback. Our expectation was that creation would remain in a state of crisis for no more than a small handful of years. From the highest heaven I made my way to the heaviside layer, from where I could see mankind with my own eyes, and I waited for things to happen and I watched when things happened. In those days on earth, there were no kings or judges. If one man were to build a house and another man was stronger, that other man could take the house by force with no repercussions, because there was no law to forbid him, and no one on earth deemed it their responsibility to protect their neighbor. It is often said that it was the fallen angels who initially corrupted mankind. But before any of us had made their way to earth, the hearts of mankind had gone dark already. Time and time again they would make sacrifices and pray, but God left their prayers unanswered. It was because of these unanswered prayers that we decided to no longer stand by and watch. Samyaza, chiefest of the watchers, spoke thusly: "How long are we going to wait until God finally redeems mankind? Isn't it obvious that God has moved on? Surely all his attention is now for his other creation, and he has left mankind to its own devices. I suggest that we take it from here and become the gods they seek." I, Penemui, the scribe, answered, saying, "Let us not come to them as gods, for who among us can carry that burden? Let us instead be born as men and women like them, and let us become teachers and reveal the mysteries that are hidden from them." And that is how we came to earth. Some of us as the teachers that we thought they needed, and others as the gods that we thought they wanted. I decided to live with a small community of shepherds. I wanted to teach them how to read and write. But that proved very difficult, as none of them seemed very interested. I also tried teaching them about the heavens, but they unfortunately declared me a lunatic. One day, when we were out in the fields, we got attacked by some raiders. These men were larger than any man we had seen before, and they were in full armor, like knights from the medieval period, several millennia too early. So we left our flock and fled, because we stood no chance against them. Having realized what must have happened, I decided to teach my humans to make steel as well, so we could rightfully take back our sheep. Obviously, it didn't take long before our weapons became more advanced and our wars more brutal. So I decided to flee. I found a small lake, became a large fish, and repeatedly asked God for forgiveness. Not long after having become a large fish, I was paid a visit by the archangel Metatron. He took me out of the water and began speaking to me. "I know how scared you are. You pray and pray and pray for forgiveness, but only for your own forgiveness. Not one time have you prayed for the race of man. They are exterminating themselves as we speak, and not once have we heard you pray for them. Because you have done this, your reward is that you will remain a fish forever." I wept and asked Metatron if he could do me one final favor before I would disappear in the water again. Metatron scratched behind one of his many ears with one of his many hands. "Perhaps," he said, "but you will owe me." "That's only fair," I said, "but I don't see what a large fish could help an angel with." "I'll think of something," he replied. "Just tell me what it is that you want from me." Well, if you are reading this, it means that Metatron has kept his promise, because I asked him if he could write down my story. So if anyone reading this aspires to be an angel or a politician, know this: don't you ever dare to give them what they ask for.